your human development. We are going to start with that. First of all, we need to understand what is exactly the human development. If you see, look at the name of the chapter, you will be able to get a little bit information about the human development. If you can keep in mind anything development in terms of growth and development in terms of physically and mentally, right? Physically and mentally both. So human development are both. So in this chapter, if you see, we are going to learn about the what is the main concept of this chapter, what are the characteristics, why the development is different from others. We are going to understand the growth, maturation and development, and we are going to understand the developmental stages. There are two stages are the prenatal stages and postnatal stages. Okay, let's start. So you can see a very beautiful picture given over here. If you see in this picture, there is a boy. Okay, a very newborn baby child. Then after that boy, then after that boy is growing. So you can see how the person, human, is growing, right? From left to right, it shows how they are developing. Okay, in terms of physically, mentally, everything we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, let's start. In this chapter, we shall discuss the definition, okay, of a human development, characteristics of a development, and parallel concept. Okay, everything we are going to learn, how the human body, how your body and my body is developing. We are going to learn all this. That human development means progressive series of changes that occurs as a result of new maturation and experience. So what they are saying in the second line, the term, the human development term means what? It means that there is a changes are happening. There is a progressive change. What kind of change? Progressive change are happening in your body because of experiences and maturation. Like when you are mature, there is a progressive change. When you are experiencing anything, there is a progressive change. Human life proceeds stages. So our human life is actually move in stages. The life of the individual is real and significant just at the geographical age of the earth or the revolutionary stage of life. So life of individual, which means life of human is also real as the geographical age of earth. Okay, and each stage is distinguished by a dominant feature and leading characteristics which give the period of coherence and unity and its uniqueness. What they are saying that, like right now you are in one stage. You right now, if you are a student, you are in adolescence. Okay, so you are in teenager. So that is also one stage. I am in adulthood. I am also in one stage. So this stage is newborn child, old age. This stage has own features, and it has own uniqueness. Uniqueness means old age is different than newborn child. Adolescent, teenager is different than adulthood, right? Each stage has its own unique features. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the characteristics of development. 4.1 is nothing but we have understood what is exactly the term human development means. If anyone will ask you what do you mean by human development, so you have to say that there is a one changes happening, but that changes is a progressive changes. Changing in your body, progressive changes. When you experience a new thing, when you are becoming mature. Okay. And again, the characteristics of development. Okay. 4.2 characteristic of development. Now why the development is different, that we need to know. The first is development follows a specific pattern. The first characteristics of development is what? It follows the specific pattern. Specific pattern means, like right now also in your daily routine, you are following the specific pattern, right? So the same way, development follows the specific pattern. Like every species follows a specific pattern and sequence of development. Here what they are saying that every species in this world, they have their own specific pattern of development. Like humans have their own specific pattern, frog has own specific pattern, fish have own specific pattern of development, right? They are talking that that specific pattern is nothing but in their own way how they are developing. Like human are first how they started walking. They first move their body, then after that crawl, then after that walk. Specific pattern follows in prenatal and postnatal development of human being, right? In terms of human being, because we are more bothering about the humans. So right. So that is the case. Okay, so example, like they are saying that all babies learn to then crawl, like as I said, right, then walk. They must skip particular stage, but the order of pattern will same. Specific pattern follows in behavior development also. For example, language development. The child will say sound, then babbles, then starts speaking, and then sexual development starts occurring. So the first characteristics of development is nothing but each species in this planet, they have their own way of development. When the humans are started walking, they have their own way. It's like if you see the giraffe have their own way, right? So you have to keep in mind that the first characteristics of development in psychology is each species is developing differently from each other. Okay, and human beings is also. Second one is your development takes place in specific direction. So developments are taking place in their own direction. Okay, so development takes place during prenatal and postnatal. There are two principles of development. First is the Cephalopoda principle of development. I can directly explain you this, but first, Cephalopoda development is direction which means physically in which direction. So development proceeds from head to toe. Whenever here in cephalopoda development, human body is first developing the head, then after that toe, and this is called cephalopoda principle. This principle describes the direction of the growth development. According to this principle, child gains control first has and then after that legs. And third one is proximo-distal principle of development. So development proceeds from middle and then after that center of the body and then it outward. And this is the principle of proximal also describe direction of development, and this means that the spinal cord develops before the outer parts. So the child arms develop before the hands. Okay, so here they are talking about in terms of specific pattern, each and every species in this world, they have their own way of development, and the second characteristic they are talking about how, but they have this specific direction, right? The human body can be developed from head to toe. First you will get control on your head, and in physically your head will develop first, then your whole body. And proximal distal is nothing but here your from middle, it will develop from middle and it will overspread, which means your spine will develop first, your internal organ, heart will develop first, then after that other things. Okay, and development is continuous. By the name itself you can say that it is continuous, it is not going to be stopped. Okay, thanks.